Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about how to build wealth for beginners. Most people don't fail to build wealth because they lack intelligence. They fail because they start with the wrong expectations. They think wealth is about finding the right stock, timing the market, or copying someone else's shortcut. That mindset creates stress, bad decisions, and eventually burnout. Today, I want to walk you through a simple, durable framework for building wealth as a beginner. A common misconception is if you find the right investment, everything else will fall into place. In reality, it works in the opposite direction. Wealth is not built by returns first, it's built by structure first. Returns only matter after you've stabilized your finances, controlled your behavior, built a system you can stick with. Without that foundation, even good investments won't save you. So let's start where real wealth actually begins. Think of wealth as something that has to have a foundation. Here are 5 pillars in order to remember. Pillar 1, control cash flow. Before investing, before side hustles, before anything else, you need margin. Margin means you consistently earn more than you spend. You are not relying on debt to survive. Your money decisions are proactive, not reactive. This is not about extreme frugality, it's about intentionality. Always remember to track your fixed expenses first. Identify what is non-negotiable versus optional. Automate savings before discretionary spending. If there is no monthly surplus, investing becomes emotional, and emotional investing leads to mistakes. This is non-negotiable. Pillar 2, build an emergency fund. This is where many beginners push back. They say, why hold cash when I can invest it? Here's the answer. The purpose of an emergency fund is not return, it is survival. An emergency fund prevents forced selling during market downturns, keeps you out of high interest debt, gives you psychological stability. A 3 to 6 month emergency fund is a good first start. You can continue to build on it year after year. This money is not there to grow, it is there so your investment can grow uninterrupted. Think of it as insurance for your future self. Pillar 3, eliminate high interest debt. Not all debt is equal. High interest consumer debt such as credit cards and high interest personal loans are two things that work against compounding. Paying off a 20% credit card balance is equivalent to earning a guaranteed 20% return with zero volatility. That is not a sacrifice, that is a strategic move. Until high interest debt is under control, aggressive investing usually increases risk, not wealth. Pillar 4, invest consistently. Now we get to investing, and this is where beginners often overcomplicate things. You do not need perfect timing, complex strategies, or constant activity. A few core principles for beginners to remember: always diversify. You can invest in stocks like Nvidia, Eli Lilly, Tesla, Goldman Sachs. Always choose stocks with moats. Also, you can invest in real estate, gold, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just remember to invest for the long term. And also use automated contributions. You gotta remember, positive sum is the goal. The stock market is positive sum. So we're not worried about what happens today or tomorrow or a month from now. We're worried about 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line. Investing is the fastest way to grow wealth. The real power comes from time in the market, not brilliance. Investing is like planting trees. You don't dig them up every month to check progress. You plant, you water, you wait. Pillar 5, increased income. Savings rates matter, but income sets the ceiling. At some point, optimization hits diminishing returns. This is where income growth matters. Skill development, career leverage, business ownership, scalable side income. The goal is not hustle culture. The goal is optionality. Higher income increases your ability to invest, absorbs mistakes, reduces financial stress. Wealth accelerates when income and discipline grow together. You have to always remember, markets will rise and fall. Your job is to stay upright long enough to benefit from the long-term trend. Now let's look at a few risks. Markets do not promise fast results. It does not eliminate market risk. It does not protect against poor behavior. The biggest risks are impatience, overconfidence, and strategy hopping. Wealth is fragile early. Always protect it. What this means for beginners: if you are early in your journey, your advantage is time, not insight. Focus on staying solvent, staying disciplined, staying invested. Avoid comparing yourself to others, chasing short-term wins, measuring success in months. Wealth is built over time. A few key steps. First, confirm monthly surplus. Second, build or finish emergency fund. Third, eliminate high interest debt. Fourth, automate long-term investing. Fifth, invest in skills and income growth. If you sustain this for 10 to 20 years, outcomes become highly favorable. Always remember, wealth is not about being right often. It's about not being forced out of the game. Simple beats complex every time. Process beats prediction. Durability beats speed. So just remember, long term, the goal is positive sum. How much will your dollar make 10 years from now? If you look back what you invested 10 years ago, how much did $1 return? If you'd invested in Nvidia, you'd made clearly over 1,400% in just the last 5 years alone. So every $1 you invested in Nvidia would have turned into 14. And that's really the main goal there. Other than that, we focus on tax efficiency. You need to have a Roth IRA, HSA. Always talk to your business, see where you work at. Might have a employee match. So, once you get those key things down, you want to get in the habit of doing the right thing, so it becomes a way of life. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. We'll be more than happy to answer. As always, Josh Delozer Investments encourages everyone to invest in stocks, real estate, bonds. Basically, we look at the big picture, and what we focus on are things that have moats, such as Nvidia, Eli Lilly. We want something that's going to be around, 10, 20 years. And basically, we focus on on growth stocks, and also we've done a few real estate videos, so be sure to check those out if you get a chance, and we'll be more than happy to answer any questions or comments that you have. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll make another video next week.